Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing good. So let's talk about the theme of this weekend. The theme of the weekend is purging. All the purging. So I spent Friday and Saturday doing a lot of landscaping around my property and the neighbor's property. Have a riding lawnmower, and they have like a nicer regular push mower. So we got rid of some really tall bushes just a little bit beyond our property to minimize the critters. And by critters I mean copperheads, snakes, centipedes, and kind of stuff, just kind of keep the property safe, because they do have grandkids that go and play in their yard. So we kind of teamed up to make sure that both the properties were safe and there was no critter that can potentially, hurt somebody. So that was my Friday. That was about 3 hours just doing that. And then yesterday was me just going through the garage. I have a lot of gardening stuff, and I realized some of the dirt that I have was really old. So I spent part of the day kind of repurposing that dirt, and I'm working a little bit on the landscaping around my house to kind of make it look nice, because once you have some dirt for a long time, it kind of becomes acidic. So I didn't trust it anymore for my plants, so I simply reintroduced it to the earth around my house, made it look pretty. There's some nice stones and stuff around it, so it was fruitful. So this morning I did another form of purging, and that was my digital purging. So I have a series of bookmarks, and I have about 20 years of bookmarks that I've been slowly plowing through. And this morning I went ahead and I finally went through and purged a ton of the websites that I have bookmarked that either no longer have anything to do with, I'm not using, or the webpage no longer exists. So that's another way that I'm doing purging. So this morning, after I'm done doing my 2-mile walk, I'm going to show you guys how I handle the purges around my house, and how I record them, and what system do I have to kind of keep the clutter down. And what that doesn't seem like a big thing, mentally uncluttering really does help. Especially helps me with my anxiety. So let me go ahead and finish this 2-mile walk, and I'll show you guys my system. So I got back from my walk, and I didn't realize I didn't turn on the Fitbit walker thingy. It just turned on towards the end, but I'm like, if I didn't turn on my Fitbit, it didn't happen. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out another 2-mile walk later today. It's starting to get in the hundreds right now, so I can't do it right now, but I do have the internal treadmill. But yeah, I forgot to turn on my Fitbit. All right, let's get the rest of this video. Okay, so now that I've taken a shower and eaten some lunch, so this is part of my purging process. So I have a little corner of the house that I keep, so folks, anybody that's here, they can pretty much put what they want to donate, and then I go ahead and I sort through it. So now that that's been, as you can see, is full, I'm pretty much going to go ahead, sort through it, and then I'm going to go ahead and document it, so that way I can use it for my tax documents. So let's get going. So as you can see, this has been filled to the rim. Normally, so I still got some more over here. Normally what I do is I hold on to like any Amazon boxes just for donations. But I donated so much recently that I kind of ran out. So I'm gonna see if I can find another box to finish this out here. And then I'll show you guys what I do with this after I get all my little tick marks down. Okay, so I was able to get another box. So right now I'm going to go ahead and try to finish this out and continue the ticks, as I call it, just little check marks. So let's go ahead and fill up a second box. Sorry about the noise, it's a busy day around the house. Okay, so here's the end result. I have 2 boxes, a cookbook, and I have a suitcase. And here is the itemite list. So let's go ahead and move on to the next phase before taking it to donation on Tuesday. Okay, so here's the final step on my purging. After I atomize it, I go right here. If you have a Gmail, this is Google Sheets. It's pretty much Excel spreadsheet, but online, and it's free. And I itemize all my items. All right, right here you could do condition, whatever you want to do right here. And I am basing this off from Google pricing San Antonio, so this is kind of a rough average. Obviously Google pricing for Goodwill is it's probably higher than this, because the last time I went it felt exceptionally expensive, considering the fact of getting free stuff. So I kind of base it up from that. But I've normally I don't go to Goodwill to donate. I go to like crisis center or nursing homes or hospice to see if they need some of the stuff, and then I try to get a donation slip. This kind of comes in handy at the end of the year. So I do this for 3 reasons. 1, I'm uncluttering my home. 2, I'm funding new homes for items I no longer need for somebody else in need. And 3, I'm getting a little bit of a tax incentive at the end of the year. And after me going through that giant pile, this is how much the value is. And again, this is not me putting exuberant prices. Like, these are shoes, clothing, dress flat, $5. Okay, and again, I'm basing that on what I'm seeing right here for shoes, and even that I could probably go $1 higher. So yeah, so yep. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me on this mental health purge. And I'm gonna keep purging more stuff as I'm going through. This is kind of an important part of the process for me. It just kind of helps me with the uncluttering, mental health, and all that fun stuff. So let me know if you like this type of content. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.